Coming up on this episode of Lights Camera Akron.
It's a new semester, I've got a new co-host, and we see how you guys are keeping up with your New Year's resolutions.
And I sit down with someone that can spice up your new year with some exciting events here on campus.
Plus, Alaina and I are back in the kitchen making something that should help you get more sleep.
Stay tuned. There's that and more ahead on Lights Camera Akron. Hey guys, you're back with us on Lights Camera Akron. It's part 2 of season 1, and as you can see, I've already completed my New Year's resolution of changing my look. DJ, I still see that you need some work.
Thanks. But really though, I don't think you're Elena Pinto. What's your name again?
Funny, Deej. But for you guys who don't know my name, I'm Bridget Linton, and I'm filling in for Elena just for this week. But I will be a host on the ZTV Sports Report the rest of the semester.
Wait, did you know I used to be the host of that show?
How? You don't look very athletic.
Thanks. Okay, I see how this show's gonna go. I think I need to hit the gym. I'll add that to my list of goals for 2013.
It's a little late. I mean, January has already ended, but I guess 11 months could work. And hopefully you guys that did make resolutions are sticking with them. We put this guy in the student union this past week to ask students what they had planned for the new year. I also heard there's a special guest.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Take a look.
We're here at the Student Union today trying to find people's New Year's resolutions. I've excelled at mine at staying warm, but today our goal is to find out what everyone else is up to. And look who it is. Come here, Elena. So today we're finding out people's New Year's resolutions, okay?
Yeah.
So what was yours?
Well, mine actually was to host a segment on Lights Camera Akron.
Okay, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, great. What's your name?
Mitch.
Mitch, I'm Elena.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your New Year's resolution?
I didn't really have one. I guess to get better grades. Is that a good one?
Why? Yeah, it's a good one, but why didn't you make one and then now all of a sudden it's grades? Like, changed your mind.
Well, I kind of made one up right now because I didn't have a real one. So.
Colin, this is Colin. Colin, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to support the Zips in all their athletic endeavors even more in 2013
Casey, what's your New Year's resolution? How do you plan on achieving that?
by going to all the games offered by the University of Akron.
You better be at every one. I'll be there and I will know.
I'll be there.
Good. Promise? Are you okay? Don't be nervous. What's your New Year's resolution? Just tell me. I'm here with Julian. So Julian, what's your New Year's resolution?
Start saying no to people.
Start saying no. Okay, so what do you mean?
Like, everybody asks me to do something. I always, bend over backwards, going out of my way to do a lot of things, which I don't mind because, I wouldn't be a nuance if I didn't do that. But, sometimes it gets me bending over too much, so I decided to start saying no to people.
We'll get back to her.
My New Year's resolution is to get straight A's.
I would like to go skiing more.
To get better grades and get my GPA up.
I actually didn't make one this year just because I never go through with them.
All right, Austin. So you're really tall. What's your New Year's resolution?
To get a hat like yours.
You want to get a hat like mine?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
I like the ears. It brings out your eyes.
Oh my gosh, that's so flattering. Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime.
All right, great. Well, thank you. And I hope you guys all made a great New Year's resolution and tune in to our next episode of Lights Camera Akron.
Look at her, already talking about next show. She must really miss me.
Don't get full of yourself, Deej. And don't worry, guys, we are just getting started.
And what's better than snuggling up on your couch when it's freezing outside? And I know you can't stand the cold.
Wait, you know that's not true.
Okay, this time I'll actually have to give you credit. You braved it out in the cold last week for one of the coolest events that take place outside on the Akron campus every winter. Let's check it out.
We are here in front of the University of Akron Student Union for the 2013 Ice Fest. As you can see, I'm sitting in the famous Zippy Throne, which was created by UA alumnus and the 2006 Olympic Arts Festival gold champion, Aaron Kostick. We got a chance to talk to Aaron to find out a little bit more about ice sculpting and what we can expect from this year's event. Okay, Aaron, so first, can you tell me how you got involved with the rare form of art of ice sculpting?
I started right here at Akron U in 1989, so that was 23 years ago. Chef Richard Alford encouraged me to do sculptures on the back dock, and he encouraged me to do harder pieces, go to competitions where I learned about different tools and techniques. Like I said, that was 23 years ago.
Wow, okay, and I know you've had so much success since then. You were the 2006 Olympic Art Festival gold champion. Can you tell us about that experience?
Sure, there's two parts to Winter Olympics, the sporting events and the cultural events. I've been fortunate enough to compete in 3 different Winter Olympics, Nagano in 1998, in Salt Lake City in 2002, and in Torino in 2006, and I got the gold medal in Torino.
Wow, and now we're standing in front of one of the most famous sculptings of your throne. How long would it take to make a piece like this?
You know, I started back of the shop. I carved the head back of the shop, and I engraved the A for Akron into his chest back of the shop. Then we brought the rest of the ice here. It was about 2,000 pounds of ice, stacked it up, and then carved the shape out of it.
This year's event will include a speed carving competition amongst the professional sculptors as well as the student sculptors. Can't wait to see what the end result will be.
Bacon yet? Uh-oh, looks like we got an ant. Looks like you have to make it an animal. I think, would you say a dog? I don't know, I go with a dog. Can't tell what Aaron's doing. He's got...
As you can see, it's been another successful year here at the University of Akron's annual Ice Fest. The sculptors have created some amazing art here today. We hope to see you again back next year.
Wow, those are some talented people. I'm kind of jealous you got to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But don't worry, Deej, there's plenty of events coming up on this semester that I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Are you asking me out?
Far from it.
Bridget sat down with one of the people that give students the opportunity to have some fun outside of the classroom.
Hello, I'm here with Emily Sherwood, the president of RHPB. Emily, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks for asking.
Good, thanks. So RHPB, for those viewers that don't know exactly what the program is all about, can you give us a little brief background of it?
Of course. Residence Hall Program Board, or RHPB, is an organization that programs events for students on campus, primarily for those in the residence halls, but anyone is welcome. So we put on shows like the hypnotists, the comedians, the singers, in our 909 and 717 series, which conveniently is the time at which those events happen.
Oh, awesome. Now I know the next few weeks and the next couple months are jam-packed with some incredible events. Can you tell us about some of those events coming up?
We're going to be so busy. Actually, you can find all of the events in our little booklet.
Oh, perfect.
So we give these away at all of our events, especially the first one. So you have all the events right here, and you can look at it any time. And basically coming up, we have Step Africa. That's an EJ event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's got dancers, and they teach you how to dance, so it's going to be really neat, and it's during Rethinking Race Week, so it'll be one of those events. And then also we have our Mardi Gras dance party, which is a lot of fun. So it's really great for if you want to go out but you don't want to go downtown.
Right.
It's a really great event, and you get a lot of free beads. A lot of beads.
And you don't have to do anything? You don't have to show anything?
We actually discourage that. Please do not do anything for the beads. We'll just give them to you. So it's a pretty great deal. And then additionally, we have a CMT dance. If you miss the Mardi Gras dance, it'd really be really great. CMT is actually Charcot-Marie-Tooth, and it's a muscular and nerve disease. So we're raising money to promote awareness. So that's going to be really great. And the Asia Project. Look how cute he is.
He is.
He's adorable. He's a spoken word poet. So he is actually a returning act that we've had in the past, and he's really popular among the upperclassmen. So if you haven't seen him, I highly recommend coming out.
Oh, perfect. And what date is that?
That is March 12th at 7:17 p.m. at Starbucks.
Ooh, okay.
And there'll be free coffee, free Starbucks coffee.
Even better reason to go.
Yep. And then Sib Saturday. This is our huge event. Actually, we're having people register now. You can register online.
Okay.
And it's a great day to bring like your siblings to campus and introduce them to life at Akron.
Cool. Now I know that's been the biggest event. I've heard about this since I was in high school. What kind of things do you do during Sib's weekend?
Sib Saturday is an amazing weekend. Basically, there are events all throughout the day. We have NRHH bingo, so that's a lot of fun for the kids, and you can win prizes, which is fantastic. We always have movies and coloring books and big prizes too, like Kindle Fires and things like that. On top of that, we also have Audio Body, and they're kind of like a Blue Man Group type of stage show, and they'll be at EJ. And then we also have a almost casino night-like event, but it's a carnival for the little kids. So they get to play these carnival games, and they earn little tiny prizes like magic wands or bouncy balls and things like that. And then we'll also have a roaming magician.
Oh, wow.
So he'll come around and he'll do tricks with your sibs. So it's great for sibs that are older or younger. We have movies on the movie channel for all ages, like The Lorax and Paranorman. So it's a really great weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Got a lot of fun jam-packed into one weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's a busy weekend, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, is there an age limit for that? How young or old can the siblings be to join?
You can bring any siblings. We recommend siblings that, you know, could stay the whole day. But if you want to bring the little tiny siblings, that's fine. Bring whoever you want. Just register them online and fill out all the required liability forms. And that's really all you have to do.
Wow. Now, we got a lot of cool events coming up. I'm sure a lot of the students want to get involved in it. Now, can you tell us where they can find a packet like this so they can remember when these dates are?
Oh, just drop by Ritchie Hall at any time and we'll be happy to give you a packet. It's also on the gray shirts that say RHPB. We have our entire spring roster on the back of those. We also have mugs that we give away that we have our spring roster on. Really, you can go anywhere and find the events. Even online, we've put it there now. So if you just search RHPB on the U Akron website, you could see a whole roster.
Well, thank you again, Emily, for joining us, and thank you for sharing all the fun information coming up with RHPB. And that's all we have for you. If you'd like to learn more about what's going on with RHPB, be sure to visit either Ritchie Hall with Emily to get the packet, or you can visit our site at facebook.com/ZTVLCA.
Emily hooked us up. You and I will have to get out more. Do you think we could pass the siblings?
I think you're just trying to spend time with me, DJ.
Well, we actually have a couple minutes right now. We're about to go to break.
But first, let's hear from Alaina with this week's Zip Tip.
Hi, we're in Pierce Library right now. If you want to get out of the cold and come heat up your grades, come to the bottom of Pierce. Go to the writing lab, and the math lab, and the tutoring services in the back of the bottom floor. And kick that New Year's resolution in the butt of getting good grades this semester.
Welcome back to Lights Camera Akron. Once again, I'm Bridget Linton, and this guy standing next to me is DJ Johnson.
So, Bridge, we've already covered some of the sweet events coming up throughout the semester, showed you sitting on a nice throne, and heard students' New Year's resolutions.
It seems like the top resolution is to improve grades, but from what I see at the rec center, number 2 has to be getting fit for 2013.
That is a good goal, but I wonder how many people actually stick with it.
Well, we are about to hear from a fitness expert that can help keep us motivated.
We're Jeanette Benjamin, fitness expert, and I feel like, Jeanette, right now at the University of Akron, the rec is packed with all those New Year's resolutioners. What kind of advice would you give them to stay motivated and to stay with and stick with their New Year's resolution to stay fit?
Don't you love January? Everybody's at the gym. Yeah. My advice is do something every day. You know, we eat every day, we sleep every day. Why don't we move every day?
Might as well.
I know that standard fitness advice is that you need to take a day off. Well, on your day off, still do something. You know, maybe just go for a walk or, you know, do a couple of squats or a couple of sit-ups. Do something. Move your body. Do a little yoga. That way, if you do something every single day, then you're never going to regret, oh, I didn't do anything today, because then that regret can go into, oh, well, I can't do anything tomorrow. Just make it part of your everyday life, no matter, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes.
For someone that's never worked out before, where should they start?
Start walking. Walking is great. That's a good way you get the body warmed up, get moving. Walking is awesome. And if you're at the University of Akron, you have that awesome rec center. So just go in and just kind of get to know the equipment, play around with it a little bit, and find somebody that will help you with a program. Yeah.
How much a week do you think we should work out?
They always say at least three sets of cardio, and that can be just a half hour. I always like to say go more than 20 minutes because the first 20 minutes you're just getting going and you don't actually start burning fat until after 20 minutes. So give yourself at least 30 minutes. If you only have 20, do 20. But give yourself at least 30 minutes of cardio. Most classes run 45 minutes to an hour, so you're good there. They do cool down. Most exercise machines are set in 10, 20, 30-minute increments on their presets. But basically, twice a week for your weight training, 3 times a week for your cardio, and then your flexibility. Just try and get that in there after every workout. A little bit of yoga, a lot of stretching.
It's starting to get really cold outside, and I don't want to walk to the rec, and I don't want to walk outside. So what can I do in my own home?
Oh, turn on the TV. I'm sure there's a fitness channel somewhere. Again, DVDs are a great way to go. Have a dance party. That's what I would do. As long as you're moving. You just got to keep moving. You can do plenty of floor exercises at home. There's a ton of information available. There's no excuses.
Some people feel that they're not in shape enough to go work out in public. What would you say to those sort of people?
Sometimes you have to get over yourself. I mean, if you show up, anybody who's there that's in like really good shape, they're not going to judge you. You know, they'll probably be thinking in their head, "That's awesome. She's here." You know, I know it's very hard for people, especially if you are overweight. It's a very, very much of a mental disability, inability. I don't know. It's a problem. You know, but you have to. If you've made the commitment to yourself. Stop coming up with excuses. You have to just shut up and show up. You have to be there. You have to put in the time.
How many times a week can I have an ice cream cone?
Treat yourself. You don't want to do it every single day, but once a week isn't going to kill you. It's not going to make a huge difference. Become very aware of food, though. Become very aware of how many calories are in something, and don't sabotage yourself with empty calories. And by empty calories, I mean things like salad dressing. Salad dressing, I mean, people load that on, they could add 300 calories to their salad. If you ate a salad, I like to just put lemon juice on the salad, and you know, and then maybe once in a blue moon have some dressing. But you don't, I mean, you need to change, a person needs to change the way that they eat and become very aware of what they're putting in their mouths. A lot of people don't eat enough fruit and vegetables. And, you know, vegetables, it's like free food, you know? You can eat as many vegetables and as much fruit as you want. Some people have issues with fruit because it's fruit sugar, but my philosophy and my theory is you eat your fruit in the morning because that's when your body's just waking up and you go through processes of elimination, and fruit is great to eat in the morning.
My favorite machine at the rec is the elliptical, but sometimes people tell me that it doesn't do anything. Is this true?
I like the elliptical, and I like to crank it up really hard, but that's just me. If you start out on the elliptical, a lot of people do it on the easiest setting, and that's, you know, that's maybe why people will say, oh, the elliptical doesn't do anything. Play with that tension. Do 2 minutes really hard, you know, a minute recovery. You know, it doesn't matter. Just keep changing it back and forth, your tension, your speed, your, you know, whatever it is. Work it differently, and you'll see more gain. Because the body will get very used to just doing the same thing all the time, and then you won't feel any difference.
Right. What happens when you hit the slump in February and you just don't want to work out anymore? What can you tell those people?
Yes, it's hard when you kind of get into a slump and you lose that motivation. At that point, you need to change your workout. You need to try something new. Go to Zumba class. Go do something new. That's when your best buddy, your workout buddy, comes in. I mean, you have to, you know, make that commitment and just go with your friend. And sometimes even if you make like their fitness your goal, and then just like, I want to help you. And you kind of take the attention off yourself and put your attention on somebody else, and it'll help you too. So there's a lot of, you have to trick yourself, you really do. I mean, very few people have that motivation where they're just going to go and never stop.
What are your top 3 tips that you would give to a college student?
Top 3 tips. We eat, we sleep, we move. So make sure you do all those. You got to work out, you got to get rest, and you have to nourish your body. So eat healthy, get a good night's sleep, and then go work out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much once again, Jeanette, for being here with us.
I'm happy to help you.
It was awesome. For more tips, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/ZTVLCA.
So, Deej, when are you going to get started?
Maybe tomorrow.
Weren't you listening?
Well, maybe I'll do a few crunches during this break.
Good idea. But if you guys want more from the LCA crew, find exclusive content at facebook.com/ZTVLCA, at twitter.com/ZTVLCA, and youtube.com/ZTVLCA.
Drop it.
Welcome back to Lights Camera Akron. I'm Bridget Linton, and for one last time, this is DJ Johnson.
And it's the last part of the show, so that means we're only co-hosts for a little bit longer.
Don't worry, Deej. We can still be friends.
Good to know. And I know it's highly doubtful you guys are tired of us, but being college students, we know all about lack of sleep.
Whether you're going hard in the gym, hitting the books, or texting your wannabe girlfriend, sleep isn't always your top priority. But Alaina and DJ were back in the kitchen this week cooking up something that should solve that issue.
All right, so we're back cooking again. How does it feel, Alaina?
Feels good.
I would say it's about an 8. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if we're really cooking though today.
We aren't
Looks
really
like we're
cooking.
making drinks.
Yeah, and can you kind of explain what that is? Because I see a lot of random things out on the table right now.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know, as college students, we don't get enough sleep, and sleep is very important.
It happens to me quite a bit.
You need those 8 hours. You definitely need them.
You need those 8 hours, especially you got a lot of PowerPoints going on in class. You need to be amped up, ready to go.
Yes, you do, especially for the next day. So today, we are making drinks to help you fall asleep. So?
I don't know if I'm a believer. That sounds a little far-fetched, but we'll see what you can do.
We'll see if you fall asleep after we make them.
Okay.
I'll also be giving you some tips, too, throughout.
Cool.
So first, we're gonna need some milk, some honey, some cinnamon, and extract of vanilla. Or today we're just gonna use hazelnut syrup, but you can use vanilla syrup too. You can use whatever you want.
Cool.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pour the milk into the mugs.
Do you want to know a fun fact about milk?
I do.
I say it like with an E, you know, and I really can't break that habit. My roommates always say, "What is milk?" You're supposed to say milk with an I.
That's a great story.
Great story, yeah.
Great story. Okay, now we're gonna pour the syrup into our milk. Just a little dash, not too much. You don't need too much. You don't want to make it too sweet. You know what else is good for helping you fall asleep? You shouldn't look at your phone. You shouldn't look at your computer or the TV before you fall asleep, because all those lights are just messing with your brain, and then you're thinking so much. So maybe you should read a book or a magazine before you fall asleep.
Really? You know what I do?
What?
I think about nothing. Just nothing.
You're a special kind of person. A very special kind of person. Let's now add the honey. So
Honey.
I
How much
like
honey?
to do 1 spoonful, but you
Okay.
can do however much you want.
Depends how sweet you are.
Yes, it does. Mix it in there with your milk.
I'd say you're a pretty sweet person.
That's so nice. Something else you can do before bed. You can pet your animals. That really helps you calm down.
Butter some biscuits.
Butter some biscuits. You
Yep.
can talk to your plants because then you get a little bit more.
Is that me or you?
Oh, spilled. That's unfortunate. Anyways, mix in your honey.
Okay.
Mine's not coming off my spoon.
Neither is mine. That's the funny thing.
Now that your honey's mixed in, you just
Yep.
want to take a little pinch of cinnamon sugar.
So we got our, is this everything then?
This is everything.
Cool.
It's all you need. It's really simple, but there's one more step. Can you
What's
guess
that?
what it is?
I
Has to do
would
with
guess.
the microwave.
I would guess you probably heat it up.
For how many minutes?
Minutes. I was thinking like 20 seconds.
No, 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
We like it hot. Let's clean this up. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm not licking it. If that's what you're asking. What?
Clean it up.
I know. I'm looking for utensils. Is it too hot?
You go first.
All right. God, that's, oh wow, it's hot.
It tastes fine.
I don't like hot things. Like I lost 3 taste buds right there.
This is like when you make a fort in your basement and you watch The Lion King and you want to drink
This
something.
would be great.
alone.
That's
This is-
true.
this is
Let's do that this weekend.
No.
Okay.
I may have to go home tonight and try that. I haven't been getting much sleep lately.
Well, it's a good thing you made it through the show. I don't know how I'd feel about having a third co-host.
Alaina will be back next time on the show, but don't worry. You'll get to see my face as a field reporter for LCA.
And next time we have a special Valentine's Day edition of Lights Camera Akron, where we will give you some advice on how to impress your date this year. Bridge, do you have a date?
Give it up, Deej.
We'll talk after the show. But remember to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ZTVLCA, at twitter.com/ZTVLCA, and on YouTube at youtube.com/ you guessed it, ZTVLCA.
Thanks for joining us on Lights Camera Akron. I actually had fun with you.
I knew you'd come around. We'll see you next time.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.